here I am at the New York Stock Exchange. This is the top of the balcony here. I'm going to be taking you on an interview with Peter Tuchman, the Einstein of Wall Street. I had Peter on the podcast about a year and a half ago. He spoke at Starting Small Summit a couple months ago, and here we are reunited on the stock floor. We're going to take you through an interview and kind of the day in the life of what he does as a broker on the floor. All right, here I am, Einstein of Wall Street. It's been a couple months since Starting Small Summit. Here we are at the New York Stock Exchange.
That's right, we did the summit together.
Yes.
Great time.
Thank you so much for having me out. This is an incredible place. This is wild. So if you could just tell us, what is life been like for the past 2 months since the summit, regarding stocks, market changes? What are you seeing?
So we're here at the stock exchange, obviously the greatest financial institution in the world. Every day here is an incredible day because we're at the sort of the forefront of everything, financial, global, political, right? Everything in our lives that we live, whether it's as a consumer, as an investor, as a trader, as a human being, eventually has some relationship to what goes on here on the floor. We trade 3,000 plus public companies every given day. We're here in the main room of the stock exchange. This building, built in 1903. We're on the corner of Wall Street and Broad Street. George Washington was inaugurated here. This is where all the commerce happened since 1650 until now. So look, the market is obviously going through a lot of challenges. Obviously, our lives over the last 3-4 years have been incredibly challenging. Obviously, COVID, war in Ukraine, interest rates, earnings, but look, nobody is willing to acknowledge that one of the major factors playing a role in the incredible inflation story is nothing more than the pandemic, right? So we've never experienced it before. The world has never completely shut down. So it's been 4 years. It's going to be another 10 years before we unwind ourselves from the trauma, economically, physically, emotionally, from that, inflationary-wise. So we're in 2023, 2020, 2021 were big rally years because of stimulus. 22, very challenging year because interest rates started to rise and the tech sector, which took us higher, started to go down. We had a very challenging year, 2022, where stocks were down 50, 60%. 2023, even though interest rates are still rising, they're rising at a slower rate, a lower increment than before, and the market is stabilizing. So even though there are challenges, there are interest rates issues, there is inflation, the world's coming back to itself, the people are traveling, businesses are flourishing, and the market is doing quite well. We are 6 months in to 2023. The market is up double digits. NASDAQ, tech sector, retail, a lot of the different sectors are doing much better. And I'm a firm believer that the market tells us what it thinks of the economy. And even though the people keep using the recession word, I don't think that's going to happen, although it may happen down the line. But right now, the market is stable, it's acting well. I think we're in good shape.
Yeah, for sure. So we have a lot of listeners, younger demographic. I'm curious, specifically, so real estate market, what are you thinking for stabilization through the next couple of years? We have a lot of people worried about those interest rates, as you mentioned, for home buyers, for also commercial. Like, What are you seeing personally here in forecasting?
So, real estate is not my specialty at all.
Yeah.
So I try and surround myself because I want to know about all the different sectors.
Yeah.
I'm your finance guy. I'm your stock guy. But there are people out there who, look, I have friends who are huge in the Airbnb space. I met a guy a couple days ago I did an interview with who is big in real estate, buying and flipping homes. Look, you've got residential real estate, you've got commercial real estate, and you've got income property real estate. Obviously, raising interest rate environment, it's going to be challenging for all of them because getting a mortgage is harder, it's more expensive. We used to have free money. Now we're paying 5% and more. So I don't know the particulars, but I believe it's going to be a more challenging time.
Let's talk about kind of the physical on the floor now. Like today, it's kind of a quiet day, but I'm curious, what do you say today in comparison to like a day of an IPO? Like, what does a day on a stock floor look like with those?
So look, obviously, we don't have 10,000 people like we used to in the early 90s and 2000s. Technology has outsourced a lot of the people who work here.
Yeah.
Then we lost a lot of people to COVID. So on any given day, we probably have between 500 and 1,000 people here. So in the morning, we're very busy. During the day, we tend to go into algo mode, where a lot of people set their order flow in a set it, forget it algorithm. And then around 1 o'clock, we start to get busy again. So during IPOs, we're very busy.
Yeah.
We are seeing the IPO market pick up a little bit.
Yep.
But look, on any given day, it may not seem busy, but there's a lot of business being done.
For sure.
So that's it.
For sure. Let's dive into kind of like your journey on the stock floor. I just met your son. That's incredible. You get to work with him. What is this dynamic like, family dynamic also, in comparison to what you used to be used to?
So historically, the stock exchange used to be a family business. When I got here, there are brokers and there are market makers. We used to call them specialists. Those are the guys who run all the order flow. When I got here, 70 different market makers were family-owned businesses. So this used to be a family business. Now, my son and I are the last father and son team in the business. So that's a shame. The dynamic is different, but look, the companies are vibrant, they are relevant. Obviously, like all businesses, we have had to reevaluate. We've had to pivot because technology has caused outsourcing of a lot of businesses. You don't need 8,000 people when you've got technology that can do the job of a lot of them. However, for me, it's way more important to have human beings here in a wild market than ever before.
For sure. A question that's been arising lately is AI, and I'm curious, what kind of role is AI playing in the evolution of the stock market and the stock exchange itself? What are you seeing with AI? Anything with that?
Look, obviously a lot of AI stocks are starting to get some traction.
Yeah.
And we don't notice them that much. If that's a sector you trade, maybe you're very interested. Obviously, it seems like it'll be here to stay.
Yeah.
Obviously, the more traction it gets, the more attention it gets, the more skepticism is in the works. And even though people who are behind the sector are very skeptical about the trouble and the problems going forward. So, look, do I see people trading using AI? Not really. Not yet.
Yeah.
It's being done, but I'm not seeing it.
Yep.
So it has not infiltrated into our world yet.
Going into kind of like younger, say someone's coming out of college and they're interested in trading. They just started this new job, not trading advice, but what would you say, just kind of like a comfortable like sector, if they're interested in navigating into this new world of like the stock market and getting into trading with, say, their new position, whatever that may look like?
So look, I talk to young people, high school, college students, post-grad,
Yeah.
and I always tell people, I'm not your financial advisor. I can't give you financial advice or tell you what to buy and sell. But what I will tell you is, as a young person, 15, 20, 25, 30, you should be investing in your future. You should be putting money into the stock market every week, every month, every year.
Yeah.
Now is the time to invest in your future and let it grow, because over time we know the market tends to go up. And so that's advice number one. If you're interested in getting in the business, obviously it's a great business. There are lots of different ways to get into trading, investing, finance. So I suggest you, if you're looking to get into finance, go out and get yourself every certification you can. Compliance, trading exams, all the different exams, certifications necessary to work in a finance firm. If you like to trade, then trading's very exciting. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, but it's a way of making disposable income. It's a way of getting involved in the market. Look, I run a trading academy. It's called Wall Street Global Trading Academy. We teach people from all over the world how to navigate the market successfully. It's not to get rich quick. It's a skill. It's a mindset. And it's very exciting. So you can all reach out to me. I'll happily bring you on board, teach you, mentor you, and coach you to do that. It'd be my pleasure.
Love it, amazing. I'm curious, just kind of like on the physical stock exchange now, what are you seeing with traffic-wise with media, the differentiation from when you started here? Like, media wasn't really on the floor much, and like here we have a live telecast going on right now. So what are you seeing with that, the changes with that?
So for me, it's wonderful. That's why I spend a lot of my time building my brand and doing social media. It's a way for me to get my message out to millions of people, right? To invest in your future, to buy stocks and not stuff. We are a big consumer generation. We spend way too much money on stuff we don't need. So I suggest we should spend money on buying stocks and not stuff. What's changed is the access to the exchange by the media has grown. The interest by the world in what goes on here has exponentially grown. Right now, we have FinTech TV, TheStreet.com, TV 360 TV station, Cheddar TV, CNBC, CBS, so, and Chinese TV, Korean TV, me, Money News Network, Money Rehab. So, look, what happened during COVID was that all eyes were on the stock market. 40 million people, new retail traders, came in to the stock market. And the media is just supporting that demand. So the demand came, the media supports it, and we as media people, I'm a big media person, are here to give supply to the demand of all the people whose eyes are on the stock.
I love it.
Happy Foods, Cam Nagle, the NYSE, and the Einstein of Wall Street. What's up?